Chapter 1806. Our target is the Sea of Stars. If you can't handle the machinery, go to Lu Kuran, and if you can't handle the alien, go to Yang Xinxin. The duo from Tianqing College have always been Zhang Yi's right-hand men. Lu Kuran took the time to raise her eyes from the monitor of the supercomputer, and her eyes fell on the black Rubik's Cube held by Zhang Yi. You can try it. She unfolded her ability, Angel of Desire, and the image of an angel with 3 colored wings on her back appeared behind her. Then she drew her bow and shot an arrow at the black Rubik's Cube. Ignoring all defenses, it sank directly into it. After a moment, the Rubik's Cube actually emitted a ray of red light. Yang Xinxin said lightly, "My thoughts have been transmitted. Let it open by itself." As soon as she finished speaking, the cracks in the black Rubik's Cube opened, revealing its inner core. In just a moment, Zhang Yi felt a surging force, surging and surrounding his entire body. That feeling was very wonderful, as if a strong but gentle storm swallowed him up in an instant. An endless rain washed his body. He became naked, and in front of that power, he was like a baby returning to his mother's womb. This feeling was inexplicably familiar, as if he had truly experienced it at some point. But the next moment, Zhang Yi instinctively restrained it in his palm. This is an extremely powerful origin, the origin of the alien. No, it is not the alien origin that Zhang Yi has come into contact with before, but something very similar to it, but completely different. It is more pure, with almost no impurities. The name of that thing, they call it sacrificial spirit. This super-era artificial human demon core is actually the sacrificial spirit. Zhang Yi was stunned. He could not imagine that it would be like this. Theoretically, Zhang Yi can only simply improve his ability index by absorbing the sacrificial spirit. But his soul told him that this thing must have other uses, but he has not yet discovered it. Zhang Yi resisted the urge to absorb it because it has a more important function. The sacrificial spirit is a higher-level existence than the source of God, and it is more effective in helping aliens improve their strength and achieve a life-level transition. Zhang Yi took out an alloy storage jar and stored it. Lu Karen and Yang Xinxin stared at the sacrificial spirit in his hand with dull eyes, as if they had just experienced some baptism. The sacrificial spirit can actually be used in this way? Zhang Yi's voice trembled slightly. This world is really wonderful. When he knows more things, he becomes more confused. Sure enough, knowledge is power. Zhang Yi did not hesitate at this time and made a decision in his heart. He looked at Lu Karen and Yang Xinxin next to him. His eyes wandered back and forth between the two of them 5 or 6 times, and finally gave the sacrificial spirit in his hand to Lu Karen. Karen, I promised you that sooner or later I will let you be promoted to the life level of Epsilon. Now it is handed over to you. This harvest is undoubtedly huge. For Zhang Yi, it is even more exciting than harvesting a bishop-level origin. He also wants to see what kind of miracles Lu Karen can create with her skillful hands after she is promoted to Epsilon. Lu Kuoran stared blankly at the sacrificial spirit in her hand. She didn't expect to encounter such a good thing suddenly. She was stunned for a while. After a long time, she came back to her senses, and her little face was red like a cooked crab because of the excitement. Brother, 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 brother. You are the best. Kuoran loves you the most. She rushed over excitedly, hugged Zhang Yi, and kept shouting. As for improving strength, she was not interested. But after the level of life is improved, her ability will become stronger, so there will be an opportunity to delve into the field of machinery and even peek into the truth of the world. How can she not be excited to lose her composure? Zhang Yi patted her on the back. I will definitely do what I promised you. As for Yang Xinxin, Zhang Yi also said to comfort her. Xinxin, let Kuran be promoted first and crack the secrets of these mechanical life forms and artificial people for us. Don't worry, I will also get you a sacrificial spirit. If even the weakest demon god Gui among the 10 demon gods has a sacrificial spirit, then other demon gods must have the same or even more powerful cores. Zhang Yi was already a little excited. No one else knows this secret yet, so he has to seize the opportunity and hunt well. Yang Xinxin is very smart. Zhang Yi always considers practicality when doing things. She certainly understands that it is most reasonable for Zhang Yi to do so. But after all, she is a girl in her early 20s. Seeing that Lu Karen has a gift, she must have one too. Zhang Yi's subsequent words made her feel better. But brother, I feel that the situation in the future is even more unpredictable. Yang Xinxin frowned slightly, and a rare look of worry was seen on her face. The core of a low-level demon god is actually such a precious thing as the spirit of sacrifice. The strength of this civilization has exceeded our imagination. And it is definitely stronger than the Wulwan Empire. Much stronger. We can't even defeat the Wulwan Empire. Can we really fight with it? Fighting against such a powerful civilization? The more you come into contact with mechanical civilization, the more you will be in awe of them. Zhang Yi took a deep breath. So, I want to let Kuran be promoted first. He winked at Lu Kuran. We can even make Gundam now. One day, the entire space carrier will fly to the universe to avoid the limelight. The planet is too dangerous. I want to go to the sky. Zhang Yi's funny remarks made Lu Kuran and Yang Xinxin laugh. But they also knew that Zhang Yi was not joking, but was seriously considering the feasibility of the escape plan. Our old Zhang family has a tradition. Before a great extinction of civilization, my Zhang ancestor Zhang Beihai fled bravely and preserved the fire for human civilization. As a descendant of the Zhang family, I should follow the example of my ancestors. Lu Kuran corrected him. Brother, that Zhang is Li Zhao Zhang, and he is not close to you. Zhang Yi sighed. Hey, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they all sound the same. I will treat him as one of my own. Let me rub it for a bit. Lu Karen looked at the jar in her hand. Under the transparent plexiglass, the pure white energy body exuded an attractive light. Her calloused palms clenched slightly. Okay, brother, our next goal is the Sea of Stars. She raised one arm very imposingly and pointed her index finger at the sky in the shadow space. Okay. Zhang Yi said with a smile. The Sea of Stars was a bit far-fetched, and he had no interest in being Voyager 1. But at present, the most suitable place to live must be the Moon or Mars. If a base can be established there, nothing that happens on the planet will threaten his safety. The news that Zhang Yi defeated a demon god spread quickly, and Fremons made a big publicity of this matter, just to make the alien teams of various countries work harder to kill the enemy. They exaggerated the gains of Zhang Yi's trip, saying that he had obtained the core secrets of mechanical civilization, and the future Huashu country would lead the world in the field of mechanical technology for hundreds of years. Such a statement naturally made the alien troops of various countries unable to sit still. Even some countries that were still waiting and did not send troops to Fremons began to embark on the journey. Inside Huashu country, the top leaders of various regions also received this news, and they felt mixed emotions. Even if the top leaders of most regions knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, they could only sigh in despair. They were in the process of post-war reconstruction and did not have enough ability to send people there. Even if they understood that in this way, after the Battle of Fremons, the gap between them and the world's top alien groups would be even greater. Including Shengjing City, Ho-Tu, and Shangdawen were also hesitating. The mysterious existence that appeared in Fremons is powerful and terrifying, but it also means a huge opportunity. Should we go? Shangdawen was hesitant about this matter, but it was Ho-Tu who made the final decision. Ho-Tu sat in the center of the Earth Temple and lit candles with her own hands. The candlelight illuminated the gauze curtain, making the rows of lifelike puppets on the wooden rack look even more realistic. Hanan is gone, we'd better stay here, Ho-Tu said leisurely. Shangdawen was a little unwilling, but Hanan is an alien who is outside the order after all. Even if he gets something, he may not share it with us. Ho-Tu said, our Huashu country is a whole. I believe Handan will not be vague about major issues. The most important thing is, don't forget the Black Dragon's warning. Hearing this, Shangdawen swallowed back the words that were on the tip of his tongue. He would certainly not forget the Black Dragon's warning. The strange phenomenon that appeared in Fremons is a powerful existence that even its own people would be wary of. If they went to Fremons regardless of everything just because of the benefits that appeared in front of them, it would be like a moth to a flame, and it would be easy for them to all die there. Remind Hun Dun, Ho Tu said to Shang Dawen. Shang Dawen nodded. Okay, I'll contact him right away. It's impossible to go, but as Zhang Yi is the representative of Huashu country, they will still do their best to assist Zhang Yi. This is also for the purpose of asking for some benefits from Zhang Yi after his return. So, Shang Dawen immediately sent a communication to Zhang Yi and told him about this matter. Is there a danger? Of course I know this. Now I can vaguely feel that everything here is not as simple as it seems. The mechanical army and the 10 demon gods are just superficial things. The real secrets must be full of unimaginable dangers and opportunities. Shang Dawen said, some things are related to the secrets of Huashu Kingdom, and I can't tell you. But I can only remind you that the mysterious things in Fremons are more dangerous than all the mysterious civilizations you have seen before. Even though he had been mentally prepared, Shang Dawen's words still made Zhang Yi sit up straight. Is it more dangerous than the Wulwan Empire or even the tribes under the Qinling Mountains? Yes. Shang Dawen's words made Zhang Yi almost want to turn back immediately. But when he asked more, Shang Dawen apologized and explained that this was the only information they could get. But if Zhang Yi has any needs in the future, they will help. Even against international consensus, launching the death of love into Fremons. Invading Fremon's satellite field is not allowed in principle, but when necessary, Huashu Kingdom. The nebula system can definitely do it. Okay, I got it. I will make a judgment based on the current situation. After ending the communication, Zhang Yi pondered for a long time and finally decided to stay here and wait and see. For him who has the ability to shuttle through space, there is not much difference between being in Samran City and being in Tianhai City. If there really is the kind of terrible civilization that Shang Dawen said, which surpasses the Wulwan Empire and the Qinling tribe, then it makes no difference to escape to any corner of this planet. After Zhang Yi defeated the demon god Goe, the battle in Fremons became even more intense. More and more alien teams regard hunting demon gods as a symbol of glory and are eager to obtain a large amount of scientific and technological resources from it. Many people have only heard of Zhang Yi's name. How loud is the name of chaos? It is nothing more than some names in the surrounding areas of Huashu country, but aliens in other areas have never seen him, so although he is strong, his level is also within their grasp. Which alien team that can come to Fremons is not a powerful one. No one thought that they were weaker than Zhang Yi. Therefore, they did not understand how terrible the strength of the 10 demon gods was. Ordo City. Zhang Yi and his team left, and 2 dark figures came to this place. The 10 demon gods, Wu and Xian. They stood on the ruins of the city that had been dug halfway. Xian took out a metal cube the size of his palm and put it on the ground. As soon as the metal cube touched the ground, it immediately extended its limbs from the body like a beetle shedding its shell, firmly grasping the ice and snow on the ground. Soon, all the data that was explored was transmitted to Xian's center. There is an extremely weak reaction here, and there is a 6.23% probability that there are relics of a great god-level civilization. Xian made a low voice. Wu next to him said, a large-scale battle just took place here yesterday. The special energy field may affect the judgment of the detection equipment. It seems that the only way is to use the most primitive way, digging from here downwards. Xian looked down at the ground under his feet. Wu said calmly, but before that, we need to clean up the troublesome little bugs nearby. Xian raised his head and looked into the distance. Those inferior creatures called humans are really annoying. They are obviously very weak, but they always like to cause trouble. At this time, less than 20 kilometers away from the direction Xian was looking at, a group from the developed European country, ONX, was lying in ambush here. The captain looked at the signal he had detected, his face full of excitement. These 2 are probably the legendary demons. We actually found 2 at once. How lucky we are.